Ladies and gentlemen, it is a crazy day in history as Nintendo, yes, the Nintendo, the ones who copyright strike everything, copyright claim everything, take down people's videos, channels, you name it, sue anyone and everything they can. Just look at Pal World. They have lost a legal battle over a store named Super Mario. Now, this is the store over here, right? I'm on their Facebook page. It's just called Super Mario, right? It's like a Spanish store over here in San Ramon, Costa Rica. There's like their public information. YouTube, don't take me down, but this is the store. Now, it looks like this store has been open for 52 years, and the reason that they won is because the owner is named Don Mario, and he is, of course, he's the Super Mario. I mean, he won the lawsuit against Nintendo, right, at this point, so he has to be the Super Don Mario. Pretty cool stuff, right? Now, just for further clarification, this website, the Tico Times, basically said that in this place, Costa Rica, super is often used as shorthand for supermarket, right? So that basically explains supermarket Mario, right? The owner, Don Mario, supermarket of Don Mario, right? And it just happened to coincide with the popular series owned by Nintendo, Super Mario, right? It's one of those things where it's kind of like if you were to have a character who happened to be a mouse and his name happened to be Mickey, but it was way before Disney was a thing. Well, too bad now, because there's a Mickey Mouse and Disney will, they won't let that slide, right? But in this case, it seems like this company, this supermarket, was actually able to get away with this, actually able to win. Well, I wouldn't say really get away with it because they had the original name. They were a thing before Nintendo was even making Mario games, right? So pretty interesting how that works out. Now, apparently what happened was the owner of this Super Mario store tried to basically renew the license, renew the filing of their trademark, right? The name of the Super Mario supermarket. And Nintendo basically was like, nah, we own that. We own Super Mario. While Gonzalez and his legal team considered changing the store's name to avoid litigation, they decided to fight Nintendo instead, and it paid off. This is one of the very few people who have won a lawsuit against Nintendo, which is pretty insane. Saying, we knew these big companies have vast resources to fight, and we had to think carefully. Gonzalez's legal representative told the Tico Times, and they won the battle January 21st. And they put this statement out on their Twitter. They said, "Cherubs, I'm so happy that we won a renowned international video game brand a trademark registration process for Costa Rica. As you know, we have been calling ourselves Super Mario for many years, and that name coincides with one of the most famous brands in the world. When I graduated from the U in 2013, I set out to give the business a corporate image and register the name for the grocery store category. At that time, it was achieved. However, last year it was time to make the renewal, and guess what? As we have made it known on social networks, the multinational struck the ring and claimed that Super Mario belongs to them globally. They have a lot of categories listed, including games, clothing, collectibles, toys, school supplies, ornaments, etc., but not the sale of groceries, and that's why the National Register failed in our favor. Thank you enormously, right? Super Mario is here to stay." And here's the photos. Pretty amazing, happy story, right? It seems like everybody won in the end. Now, the interesting thing here is this company, pretty much, or this store, owns the right to Super Mario as a grocery store. So that means if Mario or like Nintendo ever planned on making like a grocery store themselves, maybe they wanted to make like a store that sells like merchandise and they happen to sell like food products, this place, the Super Mario place over here, might be able to actually sue Nintendo and win because they own the patents and the rights to the Super Mario name from a grocery store perspective. It'll be pretty hilarious to see. Now, back in 2020, this company named iLife actually sued Nintendo and they actually won over the Wiimote. And they tried to claim that they were the original creators of like the motion controls the sensors, things like that you see inside of the Wii remote. And this actually ended up being overturned, which is funny because like I was going to use that as an example of how this is one of the few times where Nintendo also lost a lawsuit. But in this case, yeah, the judge rules that it was worthless, right? Claiming that they may not have invented anything in the first place. So again, even times where Nintendo loses, they don't really lose, right? They might go to court, they might go up to the judge and get, classified as stealing an idea and having to pay this, but some behind the scenes action goes on, and now surprisingly Nintendo doesn't owe anything to anyone. They didn't violate anything. And it's scary stuff, guys. I'm telling you, Nintendo does not play. And if you see Mario, the red man himself, roll up to the front of this supermarket, you guys have better watch out. Watch out. And another funny thing about that lawsuit is iLife, the company who essentially tried to sue Nintendo and they won. I don't think they're around anymore. I looked it up, and this new company shares the exact same name, but this is not a health company. It's not a medical company. This is like some type of like AI connectivity infrastructure using like internet and networks and things like that. This is a completely different service than what the original iLife was. So from what I'm seeing, it seems like Nintendo scared these guys out of commission, and another company took over the name and website, which is pretty interesting. Again, be careful when you play games with Nintendo. Now, back to the entire like Super Mario market thing. I think this entire situation is just absolutely insane. It's just funny to me because nothing about this company slightly resembles Mario, slightly resembles Nintendo. And it's one of those things where it's like nobody could accidentally mistake this company for being associated with Nintendo or somehow infringing on an IP, infringing on a license, stealing copyrighted content. Like all these videos are just this guy kind of showing his products. Like, yeah, we have these cool things. Look, here's this paper. We sell this chocolate now. We sell these fruits. We sell coconut oil for $5,000. Now, I don't know what currency that is, but $1,000 for Boo Boo Lubu, right? Oh, you want some Feastables? They got that. They got that. You know who doesn't have Feastables? Mario. Nintendo, get your game up, right? They sell Coca-Cola Oreo flavor, right? This is nothing like Mario. It's nothing like Nintendo. And I think this is one of those things, again, where Nintendo was just so bored. They were just waiting, watching. They saw someone say, we want to renew our name, the Super Mario Market, or whatever it's called, the Supermarket Mario. And Nintendo was like, nah, you can't. I know you guys had it since 2013, and no one has ever once mistaken your supermarket for the Mario store. Like, I don't think anyone has ever walked into this store and looked at this guy as like, you're that plumber I've been looking for. I've been looking for you boys all day. You know, that's not happening. It never happened. And it's just so funny that all of this happened. And I'm so glad that they won. Because again, it's one of those things where Nintendo is just so used to just throwing crap at the wall. And every piece of crap they've thrown at the wall, it sticks. This is one of those times where it falls down like, oh, dang it. And they're just going to move on to another piece, right? But it's still like the little things that matter, right? If one small step for a normal person, one giant fart for Nintendo. I don't know. I don't know those sayings, right? That's about it for today's video. Just something funny, something interesting. The first time, one of the very few times that Nintendo loses a lawsuit, and it's just to like some small mom and pop shop in Costa Rica that sells food, like groceries and things like that. They don't sell Nintendo products. They don't sell Mario products. They don't sell video games. They sell freaking food. And Nintendo was like, and then they got slapped in the face. So that's pretty hilarious to see. Let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.